Do you want to ruin your chances of getting your dream home? Saying the wrong thing to your realtor can cost you big money and lots of time and frustration. I'm going to reveal to you the biggest mistakes buyers make when they talk to their realtor and how to avoid them. The first thing you should avoid telling your realtor is giving them personal information about your finances. Of course, you need to tell them how much you can buy and how much you can afford based on what the lender has told you. But do not give your realtor how much you make or how much money you have in the bank, etc. Those are things that your lender need to know, not your realtor. Because once your realtor knows these things, he or she can use that information against you. So if you are qualified to buy up to $400,000 and you're going to be putting $40,000 down, 10%, let them know that much information. Don't let them know that, hey, you have another $50,000 in your bank, or you are willing to go up to $450,000 on a purchase price instead of $400,000. Leave that for yourself. Don't let the realtors push you to buy more or faster, because remember, realtors only get paid by commission, and some realtors, not all, may push you because they want that commission, they want the faster sale. So be cautious. First off, you should only work with realtors if you trust them, have a good communication with them, and your buying strategies are aligned. Otherwise, don't work with them at all. Find another realtor. By the way, I'm just sharing you this information, and I know that I'll make a lot of other realtors angry by saying this, but these things do happen. Not all realtors are like that. Not all realtors are bad, but there are a few bad apples out there. I just want to make sure you have enough information so that when you are looking for a home or even thinking about selling a home, you have the right agent and not a bad agent who can ruin your financial situation and ruin you from getting your dream home. So this is just information, and use it cautiously. The second thing you should not share with them is your personal information about your motivation and your urgency. Maybe you're getting divorced, or maybe you're moving to your parents who are sick and you need to get there urgently, or you have a job relocation and you need to get there. Tell your agent enough information so they can help you find the best house out there in the best price range they are looking for, in the best time frame you are looking for. But other than that, don't give them too much personal information. If some realtors find out that you are highly motivated, highly anxious, and desperate to move, they may find you a house that's not the best and the right one for you, not at the best price range for you or the floor plan or the area, but they may push that house so that they can get a faster sale, a higher sale, so they make more commission. So only share information what is important for them. Of course, sometimes you have to let them know their urgency. Like example, if you are moving to Texas or Florida or New York and you have to get there in a certain time because of a job relocation or a promotion or whatever the situation, and you are in urgency and you need to let that agent know because you are in a hurry. And if it helps you find a house faster, let the agent know and communicate with them that you are in an urgency, you are desperate to find something, and find the agent who's not going to take advantage of that situation. So when it's necessary, let them know as much as you can, but hold off things that you don't have to tell them. This is what the basis of this video is. Only give the information to help you to the best possible dream home finding in the best time with the least hassle. If you have had any good experiences or bad experiences working with a realtor, do comment below and share with us what they were. We'll be happy to read them. The other thing you don't want to do is letting them know that you are working with multiple agents. First off, you should not be working with multiple agents. If you want an agent, a good realtor, an experienced realtor, a realtor who cares for you in finding you the best house, you should only work with one realtor. And of course, if you are aware, starting August 2024, there was a new regulation where you have to sign a buyer broker agreement where you agree to work with that agent to help you find the home, and also agree on how much commission you, the buyer, will pay the buyer's agent. So you don't want to sign 3 or 4 buyer's agent agreements out there. If you do sign one, you have to sign for each individual property. So we highly don't recommend that you tell them you're working with different agents, which you should not be working in the first place. But if you are working with one agent, they will help you find the best house. They will go out of your way and spend 100% of the time finding you the house. If they find out that you're working with other agents, they may not care about you. They may put you in a C list, not on your A list. They may have off-market properties. They may have in-office properties. They may know other agents whose great house is coming up in your area. If they know that you're working and not loyal with that agent, they may show that house to another buyer that they're working with. So be cautious about that. And on that note, if you are looking for a great agent in your local area, I will put a link in my description and on the first comment. Fill out the short form and I'll refer you and call you and talk to you what you are looking for and refer you to a great agent in your neighborhood. The other thing you should not tell your realtor is don't give them the zestimate of a price on a house that you're looking for or thinking about making an offer. Because zestimates are just that, they're zestimates. Let me give you an example. I'm meeting a seller today. I went on Zillow just to find out what the value is. My comps come out to be about $1,050,000 for that house based on what I did. The zestimate is $1,060,000. I went to Redfin and their value comes out at $1,025,000. I went to Realtor.com and their value was, I believe, $1,075,000. And I went to NPR RPR, which is another Realtor.com site, and their value came out way over 1.1. So if the seller tells me, hey Mike, I want to list at this price from Zestimate or Redfin, it does not make any sense. Similarly, when you're looking for a house, don't rely on Zestimates. Have your agent do a reliable comparative market analysis. They will compare all the homes that sold in your neighborhood or in that neighborhood. Look at all the features that they had, the condition it was in, if it had a view, if it had a pool, and come up with an accurate price. Realtors have been selling homes for years and years, and they can come up with an accurate price or pretty accurate price, but they cannot go by Zestimate. That will discourage them from writing your offer because you want to go with an online value versus the value that they think the seller will take. On another note, the price of a home is not what you want or what the sellers want. The price of the home is what the seller and you are going to agree on. That's the value of the price. So that's how you determine the price. The buyer and sellers agree on a price, irrespective of what the agent thinks of the price is or what any Zillow estimate is or any online estimate is. So be cautious when you mention online prices. It doesn't really go well with realtors. The other thing you don't want to tell your buyer's agent or your realtor when you find a home and want to write an offer is give them a maximum price you will go on a house. Realtors will know if you're excited about a house that you like. If you show a lot of excitement and you want to write an offer and tell them, you know what, I really want this house. What's going to happen is if it's a great house in a great location at a great price, in this market with a low inventory, chances are there's going to be multiple offers. So if there's a house, let's say listed for $400,000 and you tell upfront to your realtor that, hey, you can go up to $430,000 or $440,000. When the offer comes in, a counter offer comes in after you make an offer to the seller, they may push you to take $440,000 or they may communicate with the other agent, listing agent. He may call the listing agent and say, hey, Mike, I have 3 offers. How serious is your buyer? Does he really want it? We want a strong buyer and who's going to give us a high price. He may tell the other agent, say, hey, yeah, give me $440,000 counter back. I'll have my buyer take it because you told your buyer's agent that you want this house. Your buyer's agent knows your desperation on this house. So he may come back with a $440,000 price and push you to accept it because you told them to. But on top of that, the other thing that could happen is the seller's agent could counter you back and say, look, we'll offer you $440,000. We'll take your offer, but we don't want you to do an appraisal. We don't want to pay any closing costs for you or any selling and repairs. You have to buy it as it is. We don't want to pay a home warranty. So now not only did you pay a higher price, but you're not getting all these compensation that you could have gotten if you told your realtor that, hey, if repairs come up, I want them to do it. If the appraisal doesn't come in, I want to back out or I want some closing costs. So by giving out your desperation up front, a lot of realtors, not a lot, but the bad realtors will take advantage of that. Because remember, as I mentioned earlier, there are great agents out there, but there's a few bad agents out there as well. And if you get a hold of one of those, and if they're very desperate, because most realtors don't make a lot of money, they live in desperation and in poverty. Sorry to say that to my fellow realtors, but that's the fact. They are looking for, quote, victims of the purchase. That's why realtors have a bad rap, because most realtors are good. There's a few bad ones out there and they give us a bad rap, but it is what it is. So you don't want to give out your desperation up front, because the bad realtors will take advantage of it, and you may find a house with terms and conditions that you don't want, and you could have ended up paying $440 on a house, which you could have gotten for $425 or $430 if your agent negotiated that. But since you gave away the price, they may take advantage of that. So this is a very big thing to remember. And on that note, if you're looking for a great realtor, click that link. I'll refer you to a great agent. The other thing that you should not tell your realtor to do is ask your realtor what you should offer. Realtors cannot tell you what price to offer. You should recommend a price, of course, based on comparative analysis, based on your research, based on the terms and conditions, based on the other homes that you might have seen. And the reason you don't want to tell your realtor to pick a price is because that realtor, maybe because he wants to sell it, may offer a higher price than you could have gotten it for. So if there's a house listed for $400,000, he may say, hey, you know what, there's other offers coming in, write it up for $420,000. This way, the realtor knows, your realtor knows that your offer will be accepted because it's at a higher price. But there might not have been any other offers coming in, or seller would have accepted $400,000. Because as I mentioned earlier, at the end of the day, the value of a home is based on the agreement between the buyer and the seller. So if you write a price of $400,000 on a house that you really want and the seller accepts it, then that house is $400,000, the value of the house, and you bought it for $400,000. But if you tell your realtor that, hey, I really want this house, and the realtor says, hey, there's other offers coming in, let's go over price, so you get the house and you buy that story. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. And you offer $415,000 or $420,000, and that's what you agree on, then that's the price of the home. So you could have paid $400,000, that's the price of the home, but you could have ended up paying $420,000 for that house, then that's the price of the home. So don't ask your realtor what price to pay on a house. Suggest a price, ask for a recommendation from the buyer's agent, and based on all the data, the comparative market analysis, the last sale, the condition of the home, the condition or the location of the home, etc., you come up with a price together with your realtor, together with the zestimates, together with the conditions, and then come up with the price and see what the seller agrees on. If you can save $3,000, $4,000, $7,000, $20,000 on a house, do it, because that's a lot of money. A $7,000 saving or a $10,000 saving on a $400,000 house is a lot of money. So any money saved up front is savings to you in the long run. A few months ago, I did a video. The video topic was mistakes to avoid when buying a home. And it has other 4 or 5 points, not specifically to realtors. So you may want to check it out. I'll have the link at the end of this video. And on that note, if you're buying something, understand these criterias, understand that you're working with a great agent, communicate with your agent, know your strategy, let the agent know your dreams, your terms and conditions, what you want in a house, and buy the house together in a way that you are both happy, not only in the price, but in the terms and conditions and the timings that you want. Buying a house can be very easy, but it can also get rough if you're not careful with who you work with.